Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides about the person on your mind. What is happening around this connection? What are their intentions? Where are we headed? What are their feelings? What is it that we need to learn? So let's call in our guides. If you're new to my channel, this is a fully channeled message. So let's see what our guides have. Let's see what our cards are saying. And let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I'm going to start with some loving messages. Get some things off my chest, maybe. Let's see what they say. I'm not sure if you still love me after all I've done. Okay, a little bit of regret there, a little bit of shame coming in. I wasn't ready for you and I got scared. So I pushed you away out of fear. I'm not proud of myself. There's a sense of I'm not proud of myself for sure. I will never stop until you are here by my side. So did somebody make a mistake? I'm going to say something about big mistakes. Okay. And now like making up for it, you know, the sense of what can I do to, it's almost like a fix things energy. So maybe they're in the doghouse for something. I can't stop loving you. We are meant to be. So did this person realize after some kind of mistake that they were pushing away the best thing that ever happened to them, or they were going to screw it up somehow? So let's see what the cards are saying. Let's see what they have. Let's see where they're headed. Spirit, please share with me. I have behold beauty. Look at this gorgeous frog. You know, the prince, right? Kissing the prince. Kiss the frog to turn into a prince. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. Oh, you know, it's the truth. It really is about our energy. It's the energy that we are choosing to put out into the universe, choosing to focus on, choosing to allow into our lives or not allow into our lives. So it could be Spirit's way of saying, hey, you know, you're in charge of the energy. You're definitely able to decide what it is that you want. So let's keep going here. These beautiful little cards, they're cute. They're like they're little playing cards, but they have little notes on them. A Jack of Clubs is a Jack of Wands. Okay, so that would be my Knight of Wands. The order denotes honor and recognition of labor. Near 48, a sure sign of business success. Okay, so number 45, that could be an age. Number 48, I have the letter J. That could be an initial. And I also have business success. So this person could be successful in business. This person could be very good at what they do, and maybe you're proud to be that with them for some reason. You know, there's a sense of you have the rest of your life put together. You're doing well in these other areas. So I can see the potential in you to having a good and healthy relationship, but for some reason, you know, you're pushing us away. I have a 3 of Pentacles, so maybe we're connected to work somehow, because they're bringing up the work a couple times here. I have a Sun, a new beginning. I have a King of Cups. Somebody's realizing their feelings. I have a Wheel of Fortune. I have a pretty good idea that this person either screwed it up in the beginning, and you know, it's the person that starts something and then a couple of weeks later just kind of falls off the face of the earth without any kind of reasoning. but we hadn't talked about, you know, we weren't to a stage where we were exclusive. We weren't to a stage where we had an obligation to each other in any way that, you know, I expect you to call me. But it was almost as if I felt like you fell off the face of the earth. I had no idea what happened to you. And then you came back. So did they come back because they realized that you're the one that would be getting away? That I'm going to say they dropped the ball. You know, it's a sense of they just kind of didn't keep the ball going. And are you willing to give this person a second chance? Sometimes people don't, you know, that first round, they just don't know what they want. And sometimes they do take that break. I have a Page of Cups. I feel like that's an apology. I have a 7 of Cups. I have a 10 of Cups. And I have an 8 of Cups. You know, this feels like an apology. It feels like, I'm sorry I pushed this away. I'm sorry you haven't heard from me. I'm sorry that time has passed. You're right. We did have a good time. We were doing pretty good. It's me, not you. It hurt. You know, it was probably, whether it was a ghosting or it was a just gradually slowing down the communication until there wasn't any communication, probably more along those lines. This person's been going back and forth with what it is that they wanted. I feel like they needed time to decide. They needed time, you know, the decision has, I'm going to say the decision's been made, okay, that they want you, okay, that they want this connection, and they dropped the ball. And I feel like they're going to come back and say, did I mess up forever? Did I, they're saying a little bit of don't come back with excuses, because that's not going to fly with you. You're too smart for that. Don't come back with, I was too busy for work. Don't come back with, oh, I had other things on my plate and time got away from me, you know, weeks, months. No, that's not going to fly with you. If they come back and they say, I just wasn't sure what I wanted, and I didn't want to lead you on, and I didn't want you to think that I really was ready for something more, that would be honest. Okay, that's like a grown-up thing to do. Let's be grown-ups here. So I do feel like don't come back with excuses, because I'm not going to take that. I have online dating. Maybe we met online. You know, we went out a couple of times. We chatted a few times. It just didn't get off the ground yet. But I liked this person. I thought this person had potential. And then it was like, poof, where'd you go? Selfish. It was selfish of me. I didn't give you an answer. A lot of people don't want to say, especially if you're not to the stage where you're in a relationship, that I don't want to see you again, you know, like, or I'm not going to be calling you again. They just kind of slowly back off, you know. I mean, so I feel like that's what happened. We were sexually compatible. You might have been intimate with this person, and that made it all that much harder. I have been dreaming of you. I've been thinking about you. You've been on my mind. So I'm going to say the second time around, that's really what's happening here. And like I said, I don't necessarily feel like it's a no contact, like we were in a relationship and I haven't heard from my person. I feel more like it was a casual connection that went wrong. You know, and but it was good for a period, and then you were like, what happened to that person? Like, I thought we were doing pretty good. I do like the energy of they will call. Okay, I'm going to grab that. I think that I think this person is Spirit saying ready to share. I'm going to say, okay, let me get a couple more cards. Please, Spirit, share with me. Ready to share. Okay, King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like they're strong in other areas of their life. And that's probably why you were interested in them. And that's probably why you think this person has potential. It's like they got it all together in these other areas of their life. Why can't they get it together in their personal life? You know, maybe they just have been with the wrong person. So I can see where you're coming from with that. I have a 3 of Cups, a celebration, a little bit of a, we're back together. We're going to try it again. We're going to give this another chance. I have an Ace of Pentacles. They come, look at that big diamond. Look at this big diamond on the top. So they come back with an offer. Okay. They, you know, I feel like they know that they screwed things up. Maybe they come back and say, I know that I shouldn't even be given another chance because you haven't heard from me, but I have been thinking of you and I know I was wrong. I have a 7 of Cups. They're sharing with me try again energy. It's a try again energy. Like we have nothing to lose. And I feel like you're kind of, see, you kind of understand where they're coming from, that you, I guess, have enough openness to say, hey, you know what, stuff happens. You know, not everybody gets off to a perfect start. And that's probably what this is. It just was not a good start. It was good for a little while. That's how I feel. Spirit, please share with me some final messages. I'm thinking of you until it hurts. I miss you. Okay, I was having a good time with you. And we were enjoying each other's company. I tried to deny your love, and that drove me crazy. Maybe I started to have feelings for you, and that scared me. I know that my indecisions are hurting this connection. If they come back, it's got to be not with excuses, they said. They've got to come back with, I know I was wrong. I know that my non-communication wasn't, you deserved more. Whether it was, I want to put this on hold, or I don't want to see you, or this isn't going anywhere. But to just kind of slowly back away and just stop communicating altogether wasn't good. I will give it all up for you. Please believe me. So there's a sense of, if I come back, I know that I've got to decide that I want to be in a relationship. Otherwise, this isn't going to fly this time. So stand your ground if you are ready for a second chance, if you are ready to give somebody another round, so to speak, then this person's probably getting ready to call you and see what they have to say. That's the best that you can do. See how they explain themselves. They're going down a path of excuses. Cut them off. That's not what you want to hear. You want to hear, I definitely made a mistake. I shouldn't have treated you that way. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, I'm so grateful that you have found me. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMamolen, Also, my other 2 channels may have some additional readings for you. My Pick a Card channel, my Twin Flame channel, and the links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll ask Spirit to guide you both. We'll see you soon.